Hey guys, it's Eden. So today I'm going to be reviewing the CARLI BYBEL Deluxe Edition palette. I'm so happy it finally came in the mail. Now this took 10 days to get to me, which is like crazy, but I know she said on her video or Snapchat or something that they were having a little bit of trouble with the shipping and everything on BH Cosmetics, so they had to take it over to her website. So things are taking a little bit longer, but that's okay. It's here now, so that's all that matters. It comes in a little sleeve here, which I love because I always keep these to keep my palettes in so they stay nice. And this is what it looks like. So pretty. Inside, I absolutely love that it's a nice marble on the outside here. So pretty. And these are all of the shades. And then there's a big old mirror, and then it says aspire to inspire, just like the last palette. So yes, you have all of your eyeshadows here and your highlighters down here. And I love how it's split up, like the warm tones, the mauves, and then the bronzy neutrals. I just think that's really nice. So if you are a beginner and you don't really know what shades to pair together, they make it really simple. There's all the essential matte shades that you need for a look are in here. So I just think this is a really well done palette. I love it. I think it's really unique because of these two shades just really set the palette off. I don't know. I just really love it. I want to compare it a little bit to the first palette, which is right here. It's quite a bit bigger. And this one has 14 shades. This one has 21. And then if you open them both up, this is what they look side by side for anybody wondering. They are very similar, but this whole top row here is all new shades, and there's just more matte shades, and there are 2 more highlighters. And overall, I just think that this is such a good value and a really nice palette. A lot more versatile than the first one. I really do like this one, but it's basically just a nice mauve-y, a little bit bronzy palette, so I don't know that you could create so many different looks with this. But this palette, I just think you can create so many different looks just with all of the different shades that are in here. So I really like this one. I think it's worth it. I love the look that I created today. And this highlight though, oh my gosh, it's just blinding. It's this golden one right here. I love it because it's not chalky. It's actually like a nice creamy, really high quality feeling highlight. And it doesn't look super unnatural on the skin. I just think it's so pretty. I think it's the perfect palette for the spring and summer. I just love CARLI so much too. She is actually who kind of got me into the beauty community. I was actually just browsing YouTube for other things. I was looking on how to like lighten my hair myself, which is, by the way, a bad idea. Go to a professional. But I stumbled upon one of her like hair tutorials, and I just really loved her like personality and her vibe. So I decided to subscribe to her channel and kind of check out all her videos. I swear I probably binged on all her videos. Like, I probably watched every single video she ever posts in like a month or something crazy, but I just fell in love with her, and she really got me into the whole beauty world. I didn't even know makeup tutorials and all that existed until her, and now here I am just totally obsessed with makeup, and I have my own YouTube channel now, so I kind of have her to thank for that because she just really inspired me. So I love CARLI. I think this palette is so nice, and for the price, I just think it's a no-brainer. I think it's a great palette to pick up. I think it's good for beginners or just anyone who wants some shades like this. They blended so nicely, and they're really nicely pigmented. So yeah guys, that is my little review on this palette. Oh, by the way, it was $19.50, but soon it's going to be $22.50, which I believe is the permanent price. Such a good deal. I mean, I can't even believe it. So yeah, that's my little review on the palette. I hope you guys found it helpful. Now let's jump into some swatches, and then I'll do a little demo on this eye look. So let's just get into it. Here's the highlighters. Oh my gosh, these aren't even built up either. These are one swipe. So pigmented. And of course everything's more pigmented when you're doing a finger swatch rather than a brush, but still, like, dang, those are intense. Wow, so that was my first time swatching them all, and I'm really impressed with the swatches. Now, of course, everything is more intense when you use a finger swatch, but it does just give you a really good idea of what the color really is. So I thought it might be helpful, and I think those swatches were so good. So of course, when using a brush, they're not as pigmented. But yeah, I just think this is a really good palette for the price, and I would definitely pick it up if I were you. But if you guys would like to see how I created this look, then just keep watching for a quick little demo. Alrighty guys, I'm so excited to be using this palette. Let's just dive right in. So I'm going to be using this shade right here, this top one, as my transition shade. It's pretty light, but we'll see what kind of impact it has. I'm going to use my usual Morphe M441 nice fluffy blending brush. I'm going to use all the brushes I normally use just to get a real fair shot on how these eyeshadows perform. I have the first palette and I do like it, but the eyeshadows were a little bit powdery and a little bit dry. I feel like they kind of blended away to nothing almost. And honestly, it wasn't bad at all. I still really like the palette, but it just wasn't the best in my opinion. It was a little dry, and I can already tell by dipping my brush into these that they're less dry, so that's good. Definitely a good start. This shade's very light. If you can tell, it's not making a really huge impact on my skin tone, but for how light this shade is, it is nicely pigmented. Alrighty, so with the same brush, I'm going to be taking this shade right here in the middle, and I'm going to be doing the same exact thing, not taking up as high as that last shade. Whoa, very pigmented. Tap off my brush. I will say this palette has a little bit of a smell to it. I think it's just like the packaging, like the glue sticking the palette together. It's a little bit strong, like when I'm holding the palette here I can smell it, but it's nothing too crazy. These blend very well and are nicely pigmented. I only dipped into that shade once. These shadows are seriously blending so well. I'm like super impressed right now. Alright, so this first row here is what got me so excited about this palette. I was just so excited. Honestly, when I first saw this color, I was like, okay, I need the whole palette just for this color right here. It's just beautiful. So I'm really excited to dip into that one. But I think I'm going to take this one right here and deepen up the outer corner a little bit. I'm just going to take my Morphe E17, dip into that. I like how there's really not a lot of like kick up with this palette. Like, you know how when you dig into an eyeshadow and some of them there's like a whole bunch of eyeshadow flies up and I feel like so much product's being wasted? That's not happening with me with these. And then very lightly I'm going to be dipping into this darkest shade right here and putting that just on the very outer corner. And I'm using that same brush as well. And now I'm just dipping back into this shade right here and blending a little bit more just to make sure you can't see any harsh lines from that darker brown that we used. Alrighty guys, so now for the part I'm most excited about. I want to dip into this shade right here. It's a nice pink shade and it has like a gold kind of like duochrome look to it. I'm super excited to see how it performs. I might use a setting spray, but first I'm just going to dip right into it with a nice flat brush. And this is from Morphe as well. It's a G15. It looks like so pink on the brush. Okay. Alright, I definitely am going to need a setting spray. I'm just going to use my Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. I'm just going to spritz my brush and then dip into the shadow. Oh my gosh, this shade is just so pretty. Alright, so with that same brush, I am going to dip into this shade right here, and I'm going to put that on the center of my lid. I actually decided I'm going to put that on top of the other one. It has a nice like golden color, but then you can still see the pink through it. So pretty. So now I just sprayed my brush and I'm going to dip into this light shimmer as well, and I'm going to put that one on the center of my lid. So now I want to do a little technique I actually saw Carly do in her video when she did a look with this palette, and she took this white shade and she actually used a liner too. I'm just going to be using this and kind of made a lighter line right in the crease, and I just thought it looked so pretty. So I'm going to try it out. Now my crease like it disappears when I open my eye, but it looks pretty when my eye's like this. And now I'm just going to take this golden highlight shade right here, and I'm going to highlight my inner corner. Alrighty guys, so that is the eyeshadow look. I'm going to go ahead and put on my mascara and finish the rest of my face and show you guys the finished look. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished eye look. I hope you guys like it. I just love how it turned out. Just a really nice, fun, summery look. I love this. I feel like I could wear this look so much this summer. This palette, it just came out in perfect timing. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of this video. If you liked my review and if you found it helpful, I would love to know, and chat with you guys in the comments down below. And give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye.